Mm-mm-mm. This coffee is delicious this morning. The coffee is very good. Very good. I'm telling you, if I was to start a business, I can say that I will probably start a business selling coffee. Not any all these different kind of flavors. Maybe in the future I'll have like hazelnut or something. But for the most part, people in the morning, like when they're rushing, they just want a simple cup of coffee. They don't want any kind of extra flavor. They just want sugar and cream and sugar. I mean sugar and cream and sugar. That's all they want. Um, just a regular cup of coffee. I can start a business just selling that. Get up in the morning. People can stop very fast to get a cup of coffee. It doesn't take long at all. Um, but anyway, okay, that's in the future. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff. AMC, what happened? What happened? What happened? As I've said all week, in the last couple of weeks, I said there's going to be a big sell-off for AMC, and all those sell-offs has came to future or past. I don't know, future, past, whatever. Okay, but the sell-off is here. AMC is down. Yesterday, the day before, I said I see AMC coming down lower than the $5 mark. Hit the 5 and we came down. I was expecting for us to really hang around like 480, 498, somewhere around there. But we actually went way down than what I predicted yesterday. Is this yesterday's? Yeah. Yeah, we came way, way, way down. I thought we was going to rise up, maybe push the $5 or $6 mark, but we didn't. We came down where I said we was going to go. And do I see more downside? Yes, I do. I really think AMC is going to come down some more. Okay, let me look at April real quick. Okay, like I said before in the previous video, I think AMC is going to come down to the same price Ape is. Okay, I've said it I said it last year. I said it this year. I always thought that for some reason. But prior to AMC getting Ape, I already said, let's look over here, that I always thought about this point right here. This point down here, look right here. This here, this point here, this 362, and this point right here. So these are the two numbers that we really need to be focused on, right here and right here. It's not financial advice, it's just my thought, okay? And I always thought once we get to these points, some things are going to start to happen. When we get here, I'm buying a lot of AMC, okay? I'm not buying it because I'm not buying it because I'm projecting or I want the squeeze because I want all this money. But I'm buying it because I have a feeling something's going to change in the company and AMC is going to shoot back up, okay? Now, when this stock split happens, I need to see where AMC is going to be at. I need to see the price and see, leading up to that split time, I need to know where AMC is headed. Is it going up or down closer to the, what is that? Something flying in the air. I need to know the direction that AMC is going to go, okay? If it keeps going negative, in a sense, when they do the split, I don't mind in a sense because, for one, I'm not holding a large bag of AMC anyway. So if it splits, the split's going to happen. But my money that I have there, the amount that I pay per share, the amount that I pay on my account is going to show pretty much that same amount. It's just I'm going to have less shares, okay? Now, if I'm really, really worried about a squeeze, I'm going to be very concerned about my shares. I do not want any of my shares taken away because I will want the most amount of shares when a squeeze happens. Now, I do believe that it's just a thought that a squeeze, if a nice run up happens, is not going to be until after after the stock split. And we have to, if we get to these points before the stock split, these two numbers, then I think short's going to start covering, okay? These are my thoughts. I think there's going to be a nice run up once we get over here. And definitely when we get over here, I think it's going to be a nice run up. I think short's going to start covering. But if the squeeze happens, I mean, not the squeeze, if the stock split happens before we get to these numbers, then I had to reevaluate and see what I'm going to do, okay? I'm not holding large bank AMC, so it doesn't really bother me like it affects a lot of people who's invested like 8,000, 10,000, 20,000, and they held all the way down to here. If those people held all this time from 20, if they had 20,000 or 10,000, they held all the way to, and they bought it at a high number and they held all the way down here, I mean, I would be upset too because my money is going away. But for someone to invest that amount, I feel like the only reason why they invested that amount is because they were depending on a squeeze, okay? But they know AMC's manipulated, but they keep buying more. All other stocks are manipulated, but people keep buying more. Shorts to cover whenever they want to cover. They have a time frame, but shorts don't care. They will not cover. They just don't care. They'd rather pay some fees and let the stock keep going down and down, and they don't cover. They cover when they want to. It could be years before they start to cover. Just because someone says, oh, they have to cover by this date, it doesn't mean go buy more shares. It doesn't mean that they're going to cover, because they don't. They don't care. They do not care. I don't know how many times I got to say that. But anyway, I got another video for that. AMC, let's get into the stock price. So I do think there's going to be maybe some run up to about 450, possibly 450. Let me go over here. Is there 450 over here? Yeah. So I think we could probably run up real close to 450, maybe 460. And then I feel like there's going to be some pullback, and we're going to get really close to like 415 and probably the $4 mark. If it slams down some more, we're going to go right below the 4. Just my thought, okay? If it goes any lower, if it gets past 415, 410, we're going to come slamming down to the $4 mark, and then we might even go up under. If we go up under 4, that's when I'm buying a lot more. Not saying I'm buying it for a squeeze. I'm buying it because I feel like AMC is probably going to run up, okay? But anyway, that's my price prediction. On the high end, I think we could possibly run up to 450, maybe 460, maybe on the high end. But I think we're going to come down really close to the $4 mark, 415, 410. And if we can't hold that, we're going to come down to 4. If we can't hold the 4, then it's going to dip below the $4 mark, and we'll be at the high $3.90 something, okay? All right, guys, I got to go and drink my coffee. And I'll see you next one. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe for me, please. Hit the subscribe and leave a comment, because I think tomorrow I'm trying to gather up all these names and give a shout out. So please leave a comment. I don't care if you put a happy face or a symbol or whatever. I'm gonna start giving shouts outs, okay? All right, guys, take care. Invest wisely, and you are the boss of your own money, not no one else, okay? Take care. Peace.